Leo? This is going to be a love forecast for the first half of April. This is for my Leo Sun, Moon, Rising and Venus, and for the cross watchers. If you guys enjoy this video, please don't forget to give me a like, throw me a comment, share. It really helps out my channel. And if you are new here, I do put these out every 2 weeks. So don't forget to hit the subscribe button and the bell if you want to keep up with me as I do. I also do offer personal readings, and all the info for that's in the description box of the video. And I am on TikTok and Instagram. If you want to follow me over there, I've put the links to those in the description box as well. So let's get stuck into it. Spirit, what's coming in, please, for my Leo Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus in the area of love, first half of July. Any love messages for my Leo Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, first half of July. Okay, the Star card, Queen of Swords, the Wheel of Fortune in the reverse, the Three of Wands in the upright, the King of Swords in the reverse, and a Five of Pentacles. Okay, King and Queen of Swords, first of all, have come out, which is a pair, but one's in the reverse. So there seems to be a lack of honesty or transparency or a conversation that needs to be had. The Star card, there seems to be a situation calling for healing. There's also a hanging on to hope where there's been some kind of a loss or a disconnect or someone feeling left out in the cold. King and Queen of Swords, I mean, this can be separation. Maybe there's been a temporary separation or there's talks of separation. I mean, this is harsh communication sometimes when it's not balanced. With the Wheel of Fortune in the reverse, this is cycles. So something needs to shift. And a positive shift seems to be possible. It's just that it hasn't taken place yet. So there may be a need to have some kind of an honest or, open conversation about what would need to change. Three of Wands, thinking about the future, Leo. So you're thinking about the future, you're thinking about expansion, where to next. And there is this sense of hope and healing in this situation, but maybe there's also this sort of waiting. So some of you are maybe waiting to have this conversation, or maybe you're waiting to hear from this person and you're not, and that's what's leading to a disconnect. There's an avoidance here of saying what needs to be said, is what I get. So someone's very forthright and wants to get it out on the table, and maybe someone else is quite avoidant. I mean, with these two, one in the upright and the other one in the reverse. I mean, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini energy. So that could be someone you're dealing with. Four of Wands. So there needs to be an honest conversation about commitment, stable relationship. Either you're in that and there's sort of a separation or a disconnect and something needs to be worked through, or this is a discussion about whether or not this is where you're headed. I mean, this is about marriage or living together. It's about stability. It's also about putting effort in. It's a 4 card to build a solid foundation. It's also reunion energy, reunion energy. So if there has been disconnect, there's still hope to reunite. Tell me about this Queen of Swords. Ace of Swords, truth, conversation. There needs to be some kind of an honest conversation and getting back on the same page. It might be that something needs to be revealed. Someone may be avoiding saying something. Okay? I feel like this conversation is going to happen. Ace of Swords, there's a new beginning. It's also, Leo, Ace of Swords is about truth. So seeking your truth, what is going to make you happy. I mean, that King of Swords in the reverse could also just be denying a truth, like a personal truth. Because Five of Pentacles, yeah, this is like disconnect energy. So is it that there's a disconnect because there's an issue and a change that can happen? Or is there a disconnect because there's an incompatibility, or that it's not aligned with your future vision? So that's something that will be understood and worked through. But the Wheel of Fortune in the reverse is not finished, but this can be karmic cycles, Leo. So maybe there's some karmic lessons that are wrapped up in this that need to be worked through. So karma really is just action and consequence, choice and consequence, and that can also include our own patterns, our own behaviors, limitations, limited thoughts, or communication styles, whatever. So maybe there's an opportunity to shift this. But someone wants to talk, Leo. So let me have a look at this Ace of Swords. Four of Cups, around lack of fulfillment or disappointment. Maybe there's been a truth that's been revealed that's been disappointing. Maybe someone has already said something, or there's been a conversation that's led to disappointment. I do think also, Leo, there's a clarity coming through about whether or not this is the right cup, Four of Cups. And I think that's what you're sort of waiting to understand a bit more with that Three of Wands, like waiting. There's some kind of a sense of waiting to get to the heart of the matter. So it may not even just be specifically the interaction with the person, but this may be about like deciding what's really going to fulfill you, and is this fulfilling? There's some kind of a pain here, Ten of Swords. So you have painful history with this person, or there's been an ending with an opportunity to renew now. This can be betrayal. For some of you, there's been something really harsh and that's disappointed, or a harsh truth previously that's not being addressed. Perhaps someone's just been really avoidant about that, like they've just sort of disconnected. It's led to a loss of love, Ace of Cups, or a one-sidedness or lack of fulfillment. The other thing that I'm getting, Leo, is like if it's not, you know, really like something harsh, like a betrayal, communication issues, all right, avoidance, not being open with one another. And this can come from a lack of own, you know, self-love. So there could be a lot of triggering between you and this person that can actually lead to coldness. And that may be more so a result of like something that needs to be healed individually. Do you know what I'm saying? Because that's that Ace of Cups is like we need to pour into our own cup before we can really pour into another cup. And so this is just looking like it's become very depleted. And so look, just because that's in the reverse doesn't mean that it can't be turned around. But the first thing that needs to be addressed is the truth, get to the heart of the matter. And the second thing is like what needs to be looked at within. And I also, Leo, what I'm hearing is I need to be honest with myself. Okay, so let's have a look. Six of Pentacles, how to reestablish reciprocity. So equal give and take. Someone who feels like the other one's like breadcrumbing them, or not giving equal investment of like maybe emotions or time or energy. And that may also just be a projection. I don't know. Four of Cups can be emotional rejection. So that's an issue coming up here. Tell me about this Six of Pentacles, the Judgment card. So there's a comeback round, Leo, but a decision needs to be made. And come back around after a conflict. Five of Swords, 5 cards. So again, can they, you know, sometimes conflict comes up because there's opportunity to change. Five of Swords is like we're not seeing eye to eye, we're having trouble communicating, we're not on the same page. And so this is like a wake-up call, like accountability. Something needs to shift. I'm not blaming you, Leo, or them, not naming names, but this is about rebalancing, and there's a lot of conflict here. Now, you could feel other energies are influencing this. It could be friends, or it could be stresses, or you know, conflicting responsibilities, interests, especially when one person feels the other one is not as invested. It could just be due to like outside factors or financial issues. Maybe someone has to be more supportive than the other financially, and that can cause drama for those of you that are sort of in something like pretty committed. Anyway, there's a drama and a conflict here, and the Justice card is really about fairness, balance, and decision. So it seems to be that a decision needs to be made here, and there's been a lot of tension. And this is about legal matters and marriage and divorce. So for some of you, that's what's playing into it. Some of you, this, you know, there's a sense of feeling like the other, you know, someone feels like they have to fight for the other one's attention. Yeah, there's a Seven of Swords in the reverse. So there could have been some kind of a betrayal for some of you. Now, again, it does not have to be an affair or romantic. It could just be a sense of betrayal involving, you know, friends or family or community or a work scenario or something like that. Or something, there's something like involving contracts or legal. But anyway, Justice card, opportunity to make things right, to balance things out. Let me get a little bit on this person. It's up to you, Leo. There's a need to get to the truth and to have this conversation, and a decision will be made. Empress. So this person, how do they feel about Leo? Two of Cups. They feel that you're very much like a soulmate for them. They see you as someone they want to grow and expand with that Empress card. Like children could be a factor here, or that could be something that they want with you. but there's a 9 of Pentacles in the reverse, a 4 of Pentacles in the reverse, a 5 of Swords in the reverse. Okay, so there's a need to really resolve the conflict, and I think that they want to do that because you had that 5 of Swords in the upright and they've got it in the reverse. This is like exhaustion, Leo. 5 of Swords type energy, you know? So they want to get past that. And the 4 of Pentacles in the reverse, letting go of something that's caused tension and conflict. And 9 of Pentacles in the reverse. Well, this is about self-sufficiency as well and like confidence. So again, it could be that there's issues coming up around like just a lot of triggering and blame, because there's a holding on to a resentment, and the resentment may be around just not feeling like appreciated or loved, or there could be stresses around finances. Page of Wands in the reverse, 9 of Cups in the upright, Queen of Pentacles. So this person, I mean, there's a sense of wanting to have a stable relationship, having loyalty and commitment, and they see you as a fulfillment, 9 of Cups. I just feel like, Leo, I don't know, the Page of Wands, there could be sort of immature communication, or Leo, for some of you, there's been a conflict because there's been an outside flirtation or something like that with that Page of Wands in the reverse, or a temptation. Maybe that's not current. Maybe this is something that someone's holding on to. But not for all of you. Look, the Page of Wands also is in the reverse. So it's like Page of Wands would be about taking this in a new direction. I mean, there's a sense of wanting to get past the conflict, but on the other hand, someone needs to really see this from a new perspective. Maybe neither of you are willing to actually see it from the other one's perspective. That's what causes that 5 of Swords. Do you understand what I'm saying, Leo? Knight of Swords. So there's harsh communication. If you've sort of taken a step back from one another, they could have felt like it was a bit impulsive or abrupt. You know, so maybe there's some kind of a level of, you know, I'd like to kind of get past that. But maybe there's just a lot of stubbornness, Strength card between the two of you, a lot of ego. So maybe they feel like you're the one that's very stubborn and you feel that way about them. And because 5 of Swords, that's that real clashing. Anyway, so that's your energy. And so this is also about having confidence and courage to move forward. And 2 of Pentacles, create new balance. This is again about financial factors, and then there's a 10 of Swords. There's been some kind of like ego battle or pain or painful ending, and it could be around someone feels the other one is juggling other things or not being very dedicated or not giving as much. Or this could be because there's financial issues at play and someone feels the other one's taking advantage. That's a small portion of you, but yeah. And this has led to like pain. Yeah, and then the Hierophant card in the reverse. It's like, you know, the Hierophant card is commitments, but someone feels like the other one maybe is not as committed, or this behavior has led to a breakdown in the commitment, or there is a mismatch in the values between the two of you because one person might be more conventional than the other. I'm giving you all the things they're giving me. One person's more conventional and traditional, and someone else is maybe, you know, 2 of Pentacles, maybe doesn't necessarily want something like that, because that could be like the flirtation or the outside energy. So this truth that's coming through, Leo, about King of Swords, Queen of Swords, but needing them both to be balanced, and the Ace of Swords is about getting on the same page. Like, are you on the same page? Do you want the same things? Do you have the same values? And there's a sense of, can we work on building something that's going to make us both happy? You know what I mean? Okay, Leo, I mean, let me just get some of these Mystic Black Rose. There is going to be a comeback round opportunity to resolve this. Present, feeling the moment in the now. So also letting go of past resentments, influences, others involved, manipulation, third parties. I told you, there's definitely people that are influencing this. Doesn't have to be romantic, like I said. Religion and culture could be playing into this as well. Finality, divorce, differences, not looking back. So for some of you, that's the case, right? Not all of you, but there's differences here that need to get past. See, Muse also, inspired by you, emotional bonds, song lyrics. Present has come out again, feeling the moment in the now. Foresight, it's in the future, a few days to weeks. direction forward. So again, conversation about the direction forward. Jealousy, pettiness, talking behind back, being envious, rumors, something here like a betrayal, or a lot of pettiness or jealousy with outside people, or outside people creating that dynamic between the two of you. Lost, running away. And then that King and Queen of Swords, there's someone here in the reversal that's being very avoidant of dealing with the issue as well. And I think maybe there's another person that needs to maybe deal with like all this envy and jealousy. There's a triggering going on around an issue that like requires an internal work, right? Like a healing. And then someone also needs to be accountable maybe and own up to something if there's been an actual something that needs to be taken care of, you know, or something that's happened. Just saying. Influences again, guys. Others involved, third parties, manipulation, intervention. Okay, and what else? Locked, detached, can't move forward, locked away heart. A lot of avoidance here, guys. And that's what I said. There's that King and Queen of Swords energy, which creates a lot of coldness and avoidance. So that needs to be worked through. And it's also just about not avoiding the issues and getting to the heart of the matter about what you really want. I've got gossip, spreading rumors, petty conversations, making you the fool, spreading your image. So there's definitely like outside people that are kind of meddling with this, but ultimately forgetting all of that, Leo, it's just going to come down to how you really feel and what you desire, and whether you can be happy in this or whether you feel like you want to move forward in another direction. Okay. All right, Leo, I hope that resonated for you. And if so, you can give me a like and a comment, please. And I will check in with you guys in 2 weeks' time. Lots of love.